Here we have traditional Catholic woman, spreader of the gospel news, Chrissy Mayer, promoting a porn star to her audience of thirsty simps so they give her money. That's what this is going on right now.
Elijah Schaefer, when he sees a cock, calls it cooking time and says, "That's my favorite mushroom. That's my favorite. I love the taste of that." He's an Italian, but he loves Italian dishes. That's all good Catholics love, a good Italian dish. A fucking mushroom risotto. It's cooking time. And Elisha's down on his knees, gobbling it up. That's what he's doing. What the fuck, man? You know, I'm starting to notice like this weird... I don't know how to even really explain it. It's like one of two categories. Sexual degenerate, who's into really fucked up shit, or Catholic. You know, all the four people I had mentioned previously, sexual degenerate. Sneeko, sexual degenerate. Elijah, sexual degenerate, also a Catholic. Milo, homosexual and a Catholic. Can we keep this going? What would the next category be? Oh, I know. How about a alleged lesbian black woman who's also a Catholic? A schizophrenic woman, a grifter of the highest order, somebody who is... I mean, I can't hate the game here. I can't hate the player either. Listen, this is a person who came onto the scene introducing a website to explicitly fuck with people on the right. I don't know how people like casually rug sweep this away, Social Autopsy, but let me walk you through it. Social Autopsy was a website that was kickstarted, GoFundMe, fundraised for, essentially by Candace Owens, with the explicit purpose of fucking with anybody on the right that said bad things. She worked with people like, God, I think it was Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian, to create a website whose idea was they would take people saying nasty things, dox them, connect them to their social media accounts, and put it on a database that is publicly facing. So it interferes with your name and your username's search engine optimization, in which you would have no power to ever remove anything put up there. Anyone could take your information, put it onto Social Autopsy, say you're a raging drug-dealing pedophile, and it's there forever, with your name and address and social media attached to it. What a great weapon to fuck with anybody you don't like, to silence them, to deplatform them, to cause them legal hassles. And this was something that was fully funded. She was fully behind. Loved the idea of teaching those disgusting little gamers. Go look at the archives of the Social Autopsy social media accounts and who she was talking to, because she was the one in charge. Who she was talking to, interacting with, and what the stated purpose of the website was. So, your alleged lesbian black woman who starts a leftist website to destroy right-wingers' lives online suddenly punts the ball down the field a little bit and suddenly is now married to a man who's also an alleged homosexual. And who says that this man is an alleged homosexual? Milo Yiannopoulos. Milo Yiannopoulos, a gay Catholic man. You know, actually, it's very interesting. There was a news report back when Trump was running for his second campaign where Nick Fuentes went to a dinner with Trump. How did Nick Fuentes, potentially alleged a gay Catholic, get into a dinner with Donald Trump? Oh, another gay Catholic got him into it. And who is well aware that this lesbian black woman's, who's a Catholic husband, might be gay? Milo Yiannopoulos. It's a weird latest work, a foundational relationship, a network between all these individuals who all seem to know each other so very well. But yet, somehow, she parlayed being a leftist going after right-wingers into being the only true voice on the right wing. Are you fucking kidding me? So the lesbian black woman is going to tell all those little white, right-winger, white supremacist, white identitarians, nationalists, the real story, that Donald Trump is actually the enemy because of something. And that Erica Kirk is involved in just terrible things. She's involved in such just horribly terrible things. I had a clip somewhere. For some reason, I guess this one didn't get added into the timeline. But essentially, it's Candace saying that she's pretty certain Erica Kirk is a hybrid lizard robot from the future. And that if you just stab her, you'll see the truth. Erica's not really a human being. You just need to stab her to find out. Can we, fucking just look at this for what it is? You know, Erica Kirk's dealing with the piece of shit that shot her husband to death. And she's got schizophrenics like, you know, Candace Owens online saying that she's a robot, that you need to stab to prove she's a robot. And who is Candace Owens? Oh, she's a crazy leftist black chick who's married to a gay Catholic man, who's somehow networked in with all these people. Give me a break, man. If you're buying this shit, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't end there. Who next? I don't know. About fucking Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, another one. Pretty sure Catholic, is he not? Also has gone deranged, I'd say, in the last 2 months. Now, I like how he started out kind of like putting out feelers. I don't agree with the Iran thing. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. And, you know, Tucker then changed that into saying you shouldn't make fun of Muslims. You shouldn't make fun of them. That's a bridge too far. How terrible you would make fun of them. What? Are we forgetting who the group we're talking about? And then his son, who is his son? His son Buckley, who looks like the kid. You ever see the kid? Mom said it's my turn. That's fucking Buckley Carlson. Who is he working for? JD Vance. He's in the White House. Now, he had resigned in December and stayed on to transition, right? And then he gets out, and what does he do? He sets up a political consultancy in D.C., like everybody else would do. But I believe it's actually registered Democrat. Jesus fucking Christ. So the SPLC story comes out. They talk about them paying people on the right to subvert. To do all this heinous shit to justify their existence, who knows what's going to come out in regards to this and the names that are going to be attached. And if you think it's just the SPLC, you're out of your fucking mind. I guarantee you there are more. And what do we have? So what is that? That's Tucker, Candace, Milo, Buckley, by default, would all be Catholics. Then you've got people like Cantwell. You've got people like Heimbach. You've got people, Sneeko. They're all sexual degenerates. I'm noticing, and you know, like I had proposed at the start of the stream, that there are two identifiable camps. And the real interesting thing is the overlap between the two. So the SPLC story comes out, and then we start getting the allegedlys. You know, people allegedly leaving. Where are they going? Here's one from Loomer. Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes are both in Italy, and that fled to Italy at the same time without alerting their viewers. What are the odds that they would both be in Italy at the same time? Sources tell me Candace Owens flew American Airlines from Charlotte, North Carolina, to Leonardo da Vinci Flamincia Airport in Rome, Italy. It was apparent Fuentes was in Italy after photos of him in Italy surfaced online. The two like to pretend they hate each other, but now they're both in Italy at the same time. Their sudden travel to Italy comes days after the DOJ indicted the Southern Poverty Law Center for fraud over their secret funding of extremist groups with funds that allegedly came from offshore accounts. Now, I don't know if they're both in Italy at the same time, but I just find in Rome, of all fucking places. But what I find interesting, both are Catholics, both are engaged in subverting, both are engaged in anti-Trump, anti-government shit. Both of them are now in Italy. And, you know, who do we have over there? The Vatican, the Pope. The Pope who's an American leftist who hates Trump. I just feel like this SPLC thing probably reaches deeper. There are more groups involved. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I think that's fair. I mean, I'm dealing with the group of people, a large segment of them, that love to engage in conspiracy. I love conspiracy theories. So I don't see why it's so wrong to throw my own out there. I'm going to say the Catholic Church, in conjunction with the SPLC, took a bunch of homosexual Catholics, blackmailed them with their sexual activities, paid them money, and had them subvert the online right wing in hopes of destroying their unity and their ability to persuade people to their cause.
Catholics are naughty.
There we go.
They shouldn't be. They have to be. They're not supposed to be, but they are. That's why they have the confession booth. It's the kinkiest religion. I could say we.
There it is. It's the kinkiest religion, everybody.
Okay,
there you heard it.
I don't.
Come on,
Buddy, that's
come
actually
on.
fucking gross, dude.